Hello again, everyone. Larry Matson with you here at Carlico. We're ready to go with another Sports Scene Live from Carlico. We tape every Sunday. And boy, I tell you what, this show is something special. We've got homecoming queens. We've got our POWs as always, plus our offensive and defensive players of the week. We've got all of our three coaches, the head coaches here in the parish, including an undefeated coach, and we have a visiting coach to talk with as well. So we've got a full show for you, a lot going on, a lot to talk about. We hope you'll stay with us because we've got, a lot to talk about. We'll be right back after this.
Brubacher's Grill at 909 East Ascension Street in Gonzales, where good food and good friends come together. Offering a casual, fun atmosphere with a menu selection to satisfy the whole family. From pizzas, burgers, and po' boys to steaks, seafood, and salads with daily lunch specials and a whole lot more. Bring the whole family or meet friends on the deck. There's fun and entertainment for all. Make Brubacher's your next stop for lunch or dinner and check out the other 5 locations in Baton Rouge. Taste a great tradition at Brubacher's Grill, where some things only get better.
A&M Heating and Air Conditioning has been locally owned and operated by Tony Arsenault since 1988. They have an honest reputation based on sound advice and great service. Call A&M Heating and Air Conditioning today for all of your service needs. Bertrand's Pharmacy has been providing personal medication counseling for over 30 years. Andy and Jeannie Bertrand, registered pharmacists, honor many prescription plans. Bertrand's is open Monday through Saturday. Phone 644-5641. Bro Welding and Industrial Supply prides themselves on same-day delivery. Customer service is our #1 priority. They deliver on time, every time. Bro Company, serving the area for over 30 years. On the web at broco.com. See Foti Financial Services for all your money needs. They have loans for any worthwhile purpose. Auto, furniture, appliance, home improvement, and vacation loans. Celebrating over 50 years of service, Foti Financial Services. Hebert Steel Incorporated, Gonzales and Baton Rouge, offers structural steel fabrication. Hebert Steel is a proud supporter of all high school sports in this area. Phone 644-5316 or 291-2144. Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. David Oliver joins us now, the head coach at St. Amant. 51-21 was the final against Catholic. That's the last time I'll mention that score. But, Coach, I guess every coach goes through at some time in their career a game like that.
Yeah, it was rough, and we got our work cut out for us coming back. But our team's tough, and I don't think that was a real fair indication of how we played. We felt like as a coaching staff they were probably a little better than us on paper, and that we were going to have to play perfect to, have a chance to win that game. And there was too many unforced errors early. We had 2 punts returned for a touchdown, turned the ball over twice inside our own 20, and things just kind of snowballed from there and got out of control. And I thought we came back after half and at least fought and battled and did some decent things, but by then the game was out of reach. So we got to start the game better and manage the game better.
I think you started off with a turnover right away in a short field and a quick 7-0 lead for Catholic.
Yep, and then we got the ball back and went 3 and out. Got about 9 yards, and obviously you need 10 to move those sticks. And we punted. They returned it for a touchdown, and it was a hard night because we never really got into our game plans that we spend so much time putting together on offense or on defense. The first play of the game, we lost 5 yards, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's 24-0. And so we never really got into our offensive game plan because, being behind that far really puts you in a different kind of mindset from a play calling standpoint. And them defending you is a lot different. And then defensively, I thought our coaches had a tremendous plan going in, but by the time they hit the field, it's 14-0, and then they did have a good series and hold them to a field goal, made a couple nice stops, and then, we get the ball and punt, and it's 24-0, and, so they had played 3 plays, and it's 24-0, so, that changed everything about the complexion of the game. So that was the most disappointing thing, is we spent a lot of time preparing and never really got a chance to do the stuff we had practiced.
Well, I would think that the team will have your attention this week for sure because of that. And it was a team loss. In other words, we're talking about team victories. This is a team loss where special teams, offense, defense, they all three need to improve.
Oh, there's no doubt, we got to own it as a coaching staff and accept responsibility. And the coaches got to coach better, the players got to play better, and it's the whole organization. And, you know, we've addressed it, and we got to move on to Dutchtown. And, you know, this is going to be a big game for both of us in our seasons. And Ascension Parish, crosstown rival, and, you know, it has a lot of meaning.
Well, the district play is so important, and this was the start of district play. I guess Catholic kind of dropped the gauntlet for everybody else to chase them now, but you're still in the hunt when you look at it at 4-2 for the season.
There's no doubt, you know, and we got some winnable games on the horizon, you know. So, you know, our goal is to have a winning record. Our goal is to get in the playoffs and have a home playoff game. And, you know, if the cards fall right, you can have a chance at district, but now we need some help. You know, we never had a goal to win all our games. We just had a goal to get better each week and take this as far as we can. So hopefully our guys will come out ready to go. I know Dutchtown has got a lot to play for also, and this is going to be a big game at the Pit on Friday night.
What do you, when you put in your game plan and you start working toward that, what is there? I don't know how to approach it from a baseball standpoint. I know that coaches will maybe play for a run early, or they may try to go for the big inning or whatever. In football, it's a little bit different situation. But what kind of approach do you take going into a game after a loss like that?
Well, you know, we try to, you know, fall back on what we do well on both sides of the ball in the kicking game, and try to find ways to maximize that, and, you know, run those plays that we're good at in formations and situations where, you know, we get an advantageous look from their defense based on, or offense based on, you know, the game planning and the breakdown. So, you know, we're not as bad as we showed Friday night. We still have some work to go as a team, which that sure exposed us in a few spots. But we have a decent team, and we got a chance to get better each week. It's week 7, which is hard to believe. You know, season kind of flies, but if we stay the course and continue to still improve, I think we've got a chance to still get better as a football team.
I guess where I was going with that is that you know, certain teams you look at, and they've been looking at you. They've got video of you. You've got video of them. Do you change anything up that you might have not shown yet?
Oh yeah, I think there's just some of that you do every week, and certainly, you know, everyone self-scouts themselves and sees what the other people, what tendencies they have on you, and then you have calls to break tendencies. You know, sometimes, you know, I guess there's 2 theories of that. Is, you know, one theory is you want to continually call a play, hoping that they'll defend it the way they did, so you can set something up off it. And then there's the other theory of running to the line and checking the look, and then you know, running away from what you don't like. You know, running the best possible play. So, you know, we have a couple of both of those, you know, scenarios in offense and defense, how we prepare. So, you know, we try to put our kids in the best situation to be successful. How
much leeway do you give the quarterback coming up to the line to make that change?
This year, almost none. You know, we're still growing into that spot. You know, so hopefully as that position settles in, the entire offense will settle in. You know, you kind of go as the quarterback goes, and we've been inconsistent at that spot.
The game has changed so much over the years. When I was a quarterback in high school, and the only audible I had was a quarterback sneak. If I came up to the line and the open was, you know, the middle linebacker, and everybody was, we were running left and running right, and here's a big open space, I could call a quarterback sneak, but I couldn't call an audible to a running play or to a passing play. But you guys really have more of a sophisticated offense now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have those, and then some of those are built into the play. If they give you a certain look, it becomes a run. A certain look, it becomes a pass. And, you know, we're just trying to execute our base stuff, trying to get our players the ball in space and do that sort of thing. And, you know, they got a guy who's a Dutchtown that's number 6, is a return guy, a wildcat quarterback, a defensive back. So we're going to have to kind of know where he's at all times. So, you know, those are the things you look at in game planning.
Yeah. All right, well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully things will be a lot better this next week than it was this week for you.
One can hope.
Yeah, and we'll be back after this.
We're here at Sanoma to present our Player of the Week award. Our corporate sponsor for the Offensive Player of the Week is Sanoma Muffler, and our plaque sponsor is Carlico Cafe. This week, Lathan Bourgeois receives the award, where you had 2 rushing touchdowns and 99 yards on 17 carries. Pretty good game.
Yes, sir. I think we stepped up big time on the offensive line. We weren't able to throw the ball very much, but we got the job done with our legs.
All right, and you got a big game this week, too.
Oh, yes, sir. It's important that we have a good practice week and just get better every day to prepare for Catholic.
All right, and now our Defensive Player of the Week. Our corporate sponsor is Sanoma Muffler, and our plaque sponsor is Carlico Cafe. This week, Zacharias Thomas. Is that close enough?
Yeah, that's good.
receives the award. They don't have too many stats on you defensive guys, so tell us what you did.
I had 3 tackles, 2 for loss. Yeah, I'm glad I could help my team, and we got the win Friday.
And you got a big one this week, too.
Yeah, we have a big team with Catholic. We got to play almost a perfect game to win this one. Yeah.
All right, congratulations on our Players of the Week.
Marshawn's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marshawn's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marshawn's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marshawn's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Welcome to Premier Lanes Entertainment Center. Have the ultimate birthday party and have it catered. Book your private party in the Ascension Zone. Bring the whole family for fun and games at Action Alley Arcade. Enjoy Spin Zone bumper cars and laser maze. Visit the famous Ball Wall Cafe, including our Slammin' Ball Wall Pizza. Ask about the upcoming league bowling. Premier Lanes Entertainment Center, 1414 Airline Highway, Gonzales. Book your party now. Call 621-BOWL.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Bruyette's Automotive Paint and Body are collision repair specialists. Their certified trained technicians offer state-of-the-art repair. They offer free estimates and all insurance claims are welcome. Bruyette's Automotive Paint and Body. Selling your home? Rick Gotro with Realty Executives in Prairieville can do a comparative market analysis to properly value your home before it goes on the market. Call Ricky today, 715-7256. Automotive repairs? We've got you covered. And Sanama Muffler and Brake Service. See us for CV shaft work, brakes, tune-ups, air conditioner, tires, and diagnostics. Tires convenient locations.
Pedrine's Portable Buildings invites you to visit their new location on the Airline Highway in Prairieville. Pedrine's offers free estimates, free delivery in surrounding areas, and setup. We do workshops, outdoor kitchens, even snowball stands. Pedrine's Portable Buildings.
Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
That's John Griffin's next up on the show, and we've got Guy Mistretta, the head coach. Final was 37-23 to EA and first district play, and a tough one to lose in the first game of district.
Yeah, well, it's a tough opponent to go against. You know, it's a big physical group, a lot of athletes. We knew that going in. I think the biggest issue that we had was we couldn't get the defense off the field in the first quarter, and part of that was a good thing. You know, they went on a long drive. We finally made them punt, and then
right where you wanted, right?
And then we score on the first play, which is great for us. Yeah. But now our defense is back on the field. Wow. So we actually were on the field for 10 out of the first 12 minutes of the first quarter.
Well, I was going to say the score didn't indicate what it was like, because at one point it was 16-16.
It was tied up at half. I believe we were within 7 points there, about 6 minutes left in the game, and gave up a late score. But I'm really proud of our guys, the way they fought. We went into the game with 3 starters out, lost another 5 during the game. So at one point we were 8 down, had 2 guys playing positions they had never even practiced. And they kept fighting. They showed a great competitive spirit, and that's what we were looking for. That's what we did not have the week before. And we preached it all week, and I'm really pleased with that part of it. You know, losing is never fun, but there are some positives we can take from it.
We're going to be talking to Darnell Lee here shortly with his 6-0 team, but how good are they? Are they a 6-0 team?
Well, they've got the size, they've got the athletes. It's a matter of them, not hurting themselves, which they did a good job of that the other night. They didn't turn the ball over. We went in kind of thinking, let's force some turnovers, force them into situations. Weren't able to do that. If they can continue doing that, yeah, they're going to have a lot of success this year.
And your season is still very much alive when you look at the rest of the way with district play and some games coming up.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the stretch run. We're right where we were last year, and we've got to finish strong. And got a tough Santa Maria coming up this week, and those guys
on the road. If you can
on the
consider
road,
in Parish being on the road.
But it is. They've got a certain something to that atmosphere over there that we've got to deal with. So, but we're excited. I know the kids will be fired up, and I'm sure they will be as well.
How do you approach practices, or do you any differently after a loss as opposed to after a win?
You don't really, I mean, you learn a lot more about yourself after a loss. Everybody tends to look in the mirror and find out what's going on. So that's always a good thing. It's a morale issue, though. You got to make sure your guys are focusing on the next opponent. And
the issues, hopefully, are correctable issues.
And they are, but you got to continue to support each other. And, that's the issue when you lose a couple of games. That's when team really comes into the picture.
Yeah, the morale. I know the backup thinks he should be starting, and the starter thinks he's better than he was maybe. And
no question, we got 106 on the roster, and all 106 want to start, and it's just impossible.
Yeah.
But you just work with that. You try and get those guys on the field and get everybody involved, and it's really a matter, and it's on any team. It's a matter of everybody understanding their role, more importantly, accepting their role, and then going out and performing their best.
How do you plan a practice when you have 106? We were talking to Coach Perrier just a little while ago. He only has 68 on the total roster. He only had 20-something a few years ago. And you've got to be able to have them spread out all over the place, don't you, with 106?
Yeah, all the coaches have to take ownership, and, you spread them out, and everybody's got their own position group, and they have to really take ownership of those groups. The more they do that, the better off you are. We preach to as a staff, we talk all the time about, hey, coach every rep. They're either doing it exactly like you want it, you make sure you praise that, or explain to it why it's not exactly like you want it. But keep coaching every kid, everyone matters.
We tape the show here at Carlico every Sunday, and a great place to eat, by the way. Let me mention that. One of my favorite breakfasts is the traditional. But anyway, getting back to the show, they had a feature on the NFL Today that I was watching about going forward and not going forward on fourth down. What's your philosophy on going forward?
To me, it depends on how the flow of the game. If you're having success in those situations throughout the game, well, of course you got a lot more confidence. And then it's a matter of the situation. I mean, is time a factor?
Oh, yeah.
We had a situation Friday night where we were, it was a 14-point game, 8 minutes left, and we're in a 4th and 2. We weren't running the ball really well between the tackles. We decided to punt. We held them on 3 and out, and then scored on the first play. So
that was a good call there.
Yeah, right. It worked out for us. Now, if you feel good about those situations, it varies from week to week, and depending on the point in the game.
As a fan, you go for it and you make it. Great call, Coach. Yep. Great call. You don't make it, you're a bum.
Well, I'm
you're an idiot.
I've been in a game where I've coached for a district championship in week 10, the last game of the year, and it was the last minute of the game, and we scored within 1 point, and I knew that we have not been stopping those guys in those situations. We've been having trouble in those situations. That determines the call, and you just got to really believe in your kids and believe in the situation.
I asked this question earlier. I want to ask you the same question. How do you approach after a loss? Do you approach your practices a little differently, or how does that go?
Well, we loosen up a little bit. Again, I mentioned 8 starters were out in the second half the other night, so you've got to get their legs back. You got to get them healthy. At this point in the season, if you're not a physical team, it's kind of hard to beat that into them. So we tend to slack off the contact a little bit at this point, trying to keep guys healthy and ready to go, because the bigger games are still down the pipe.
Well, we got a big one coming up at Santa Maria. We wish you the best of luck on that one.
I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back next week with Coach Estrada, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
We're here at Dutchtown High School to do our Player of the Week award. And our corporate sponsor for the Offensive Player of the Week is Galvez Seafood Company. Our plaque sponsor is Carlico Cafe. Well, this week, Jaden McKinney receives the award, and you led the passing attack with 3 catches the other night.
Thank you very much. This is very special to me, and I'm glad to be part of this.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about what you did.
3 catches. I'd like to thank my offensive lineman for holding the pass game, and thank you, my quarterback, for making it happen.
All right. And for the defensive player of the week, we have the corporate sponsor is Galvez Seafood, and our plaque sponsor is Carlico Cafe. Javon Hughes receives the award. And tell us a little bit about what you did.
Oh, I had like 2 tackles. You know, thanks to my linebackers, my defensive ends. You know, the coaches for giving me the chance. You know, and we went out as a defense and we gave it all.
All right. Well, congratulations on being Players of the Week.
Your custom-built dream home is more affordable than ever at Roland Homes. Quality comes first on all our modular and manufactured homes. Roland Homes has a huge inventory in many styles and floor plans. And if we don't have it, we'll custom build it, so you'll find the right home to fit your lifestyle and your budget. New or pre-owned, financing is available. Plus, home improvement and repairs are even easier with Roland Homes parts and accessories now on site for your convenience. All at one location to better serve you. Roland Homes in Prairieville.
Big O Tires is now open in Sanama. They offer tires, alignments, brakes, and oil changes. If it's got tires, we've got you covered. Stuck on the road? Call their 24/7 roadside assistance number, 445-3635. Big O Tires in Sanama. See Gonzalez Military for a big selection of kids' camo and cold weather gear. They carry boots, camo rain gear, rubber boots, headgear, belts, and more. Gonzalez Military on Burnside in Gonzalez. Acadian Custom Cabinets creates a custom product to your specs. They're professionals that do incredible work that will last for years to come. The owner is hands-on to give you exactly what you want. Acadian Custom Cabinets, Gonzalez. Phone 622-6337.
Clogged rain gutters have many damaging effects on your home. Debris will cause your gutter system to fail. Call Ascension Gutters and More. Professional craftsmanship. Over 20 colors to choose from. We do gutter installation and maintenance. Custom-made quality gutters to fit your budget. Custom fit downspouting as well. And customer satisfaction always. Call us at 225-647-0404.
Ascension Ready Mix supplies concrete for residential, commercial, and industrial clients. They're a locally owned company with locations in Prairieville and Baton Rouge. Ascension Ready Mix. Phone 677-7177.
Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You've got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marchand's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marchand's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist, you've got it made.
Welcome to Premier Lanes Entertainment Center. Have the ultimate birthday party and have it catered. Book your private party in the Ascension Zone. Bring the whole family for fun and games at Action Alley Arcade. Enjoy Spin Zone bumper cars and laser maze. Visit the famous Ball Wall Cafe, including our Slammin' Ball Wall Pizza. Ask about the upcoming league bowling. Premier Lanes Entertainment Center, 1414 Airline Highway, Gonzales. Book your party now. Call 621-BOWL.
All right, ready to talk to a head coach who is undefeated at 6-0, Darnell Lee of EA, 37-23, the victory over Dutchtown. More importantly, it was a district game, and congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a long season, but boy, it's already week 7.
Already.
It's a short season now.
You know, we told our season, like our seniors before the season, you know, it's going to be over in the blink of an eye. So, you know, make the most of every snap, enjoy every day of it.
Well, you did that in this one, although at one point, though, it was like, what, 16-16. It was a tight ball game. The score does not indicate how much of a game it was.
There's no question. I mean, Dutchtown came ready to play. I mean, Coach Mistretta and you know, his staff, I mean, hats off to them. I mean, they do that every week, you know. I mean, we knew coming off the Lutcher game, that wasn't the Dutchtown team that we saw on film, so we didn't overlook them, and, you know, they came in, they took it to us, and I thought our kids responded well the second half.
When you prepare for a team, you've got video on them, they have video on you. Do you ever try to change up some of your tendencies so you maybe have them thinking one thing and you do another?
Yes, sir. We scout ourselves all the time. But, you know, it's hard to change. You don't want to change your whole offense. You
Not
know,
when you're
based on-
successful.
Yeah, not, you know, not for 1 week. I mean, you continue to do the things that have been successful for you, and you know, you just make the adjustments for what you're seeing on film from them, and for the things that you hadn't shown that you see from other people, you kind of look at how they lined up to it, whatever, and then make your adjustments from there.
And then, of course, you always put in a trick play or two. You
Every week.
may never use it, but you've got it there in the book.
We have a money play every week.
Is that right?
Different play every week. So.
It's got to be fun for the players to try that execution, and then if you do call it, the excitement is there
Oh,
too.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, this is it right here, Coach? Oh, yeah, this is
It's
it.
got to be the right time, though, to do that.
Right time. I mean, a lot of times we don't get to use them. I think we used maybe 4 of them this year, and I think twice in a game one time, and that's always fun for them, you know.
I was watching an NFL game today. We tape here at Carlico's, of course, and Odell Beckham threw a touchdown pass. So that was their trick play for the Giants.
Yes, sir. I think last week, was it Cameron Jones threw one to Wakefield?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, they call it the Philly special.
So even the NFL puts in that
Oh,
trick
yeah,
play.
yeah. Yes, sir. Yep.
All right. Well, you've got an undefeated season going, and yet with Broadmoor coming up, that's a perfect trip game or whatever you want to call it. It's a game where it could be a trap for you.
Yeah, it's our schedule. I mean, we don't take anybody for granted, you know. Every week, as I always say, we just try to get better. And we watched last week's film, and there's so much more we can do better. So we're just trying to be a better team, and you know, regardless of who we play, we want to get better at what we do.
Yeah, I would think that Valdez, the coach at Broadmoor is probably telling his team that this team might be overlooking us, and it's our chance to jump up and grab them.
He's telling them wrong if he's telling them that, because we know better.
Yeah.
You know, we know better.
Well, you are undefeated for the year, undefeated obviously in district play too, but every district game, each game gets bigger because you get toward the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't look ahead to the playoffs. You got to play that one game in a week.
At this point in the season, we're focusing on execution and cleaning up, just cleaning our game up. We did a little bit better on penalties this past week. Had a couple of special teams mishaps. You know, where we put a ball in the field of play, and the guy does a good job of setting up the return. We get a couple of guys miss him, and I mean, you kick into a guy like is it Matthews at Dutchtown?
Yeah.
And he can go. So. And you got him and Jordan Jackson back there. You better buckle up and you know, play soccer football, do your job. And let a couple of kids get tangled up, and you know, that's what guys like that do. They make you pay for it. So we're just trying to clean our play up overall with execution.
You've got a good experienced team and a good blend of youth involved there too. But your team has really supported your philosophies of coaching. I mean, you took over, and almost immediately you could see a change there.
Yes, sir. We're trying to play as many kids as possible. We're giving all our kids an opportunity to contribute. And I mean, I think about our teams of the past. We pretty much had a guy who made a difference. You know, like last year it was Jamel. When he comes to offense, you see the immediate impact. We didn't want to build our team, you know, that way. So we have guys that can step up at any point in time in the game, and we know that we can go to them with confidence and just have more guys contributing to the whole scheme of things.
It helps your practices too, and they know that they have an opportunity. If they perform today at practice, that Friday night I might be able to get one more playing time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
It adds a lot to your enthusiasm during the week. How about I talked to the other coaches because they had stubbed their toe, so to speak. They had a loss and coming off a loss. How do you prepare your team each week? In other words, you're coming off victories every week. You learn more from a loss, they tell me, at least coaches believe that, but you haven't had that loss yet, so you're still learning about yourself in a sense.
I think, you know,
you don't want to get the loss to learn.
No, I mean, I've been in it long enough to know better than to, you know, to overlook anything. I mean, even when we have success, we're making mistakes. And every week we're trying to get better from it. You don't have to lose to learn from your mistakes. You can look at what, you know, the result of the mistake. We may score a touchdown, but a guy missed a block, but a running back had to make him miss. Well, you know, a better player, he makes that play, we don't score. You know, you know, you have moral victories. But I have what I call moral losses. You know, you may lose a game, but you played tougher than you thought you would. That's a moral victory. We win the game, but we didn't play as well as I thought we should. That's a moral loss for me. So we take it and we approach our kids as if we lost, if we don't play well. So we're pushing them.
If you go 3 and out, you've done some things wrong.
I mean, anything, 10 or more penalties, you know, 3 turnovers or more. You know, defensively, you know, we have a goal set. that we don't want to give up X amount of points. And offensively, we feel like we've had success if we rush for 175 and pass for 150. So and that's what us playing defense the way we are. No
I see
special teams
Alabama
touchdowns.
scored 65 points against Arkansas, and I guarantee you,
yeah.
on Monday, Nick Saban still got some coaching things to go over with his
Man,
team.
you can see it. He coaches harder when he's winning. I think that's where you should be. You don't wait until you lose and then try to go out, start screaming and hollering at your kids. I mean, you just be consistent with them and you correct mistakes as you see them, and that's how they get better.
You can't look ahead yet. An undefeated season would be great, but you got to take them one at a time. And as I mentioned, the upcoming game could be a trap game. That's the kind of thing you have to be wary of, and you are obviously about that. Your players, how do you approach, I guess certain plays? In other words, are there certain teams where you can say, well, a reverse is good against this team, but it's not good against this other team?
Yes, sir. Everything is situational, and that situation even comes down to who we're playing against. And film does lie, because if they're playing a really good team and they look horrible, well, if you're not a really good team and you come out, they're going to be better than you anticipated. But it's, we take it for what it is. We scout ourselves more than anything. We break down our own tendencies, and okay, well, we're 100% running this situation. We got to change that up and pick up on that, and then they have a run defense called, and we put ourselves in a better situation by doing that.
A lot of times they may have a really aggressive defensive end, but if you go right at him, sometimes that's better for you than they'll avoid him, right?
Well, you run right at Deshaun Hall, that's not a good thing. You run away from him, he's fast enough to run it down. So there's certain things, certain people are better at, and you just got to find his weakness. And like you say, with reverses, all that, all that stuff comes into play. Our coaches do a great job of watching that and looking for that stuff on film.
I covered the University of Pittsburgh one year, and I'd come home every weekend and I'd tell Jim Henderson at Channel 4 in New Orleans that they run away from Hugh Green because Hugh Green's got this reputation. He's going to be an NFL player. He's going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. He's going to be this and that. But the guy on the other side was Ricky Jackson. And he was just as good.
You got to scout him. Sometimes it's better just to throw it.
That's right. That's right. But, all right. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck in the upcoming game. You've got a big one with Broadmoor, and of course, and it's on the road too. That's another factor to factor into it.
Our guys tend to play better on the road. Get them away from home. We play with better chemistry. We're together longer. And it's always we enjoy playing in hostile environments.
All right, well, you're going to be in a hostile environment for sure, and there's going to be a big crowd there, I would think, too. And your crowd will be big because EA gets a good following. So
yes, sir.
You're off to a great start at 6-0, no question about that. We've got POWs, we've got Queens. Full show today. We'll be back.
We are here today at East Ascension High School to present our Player of the Week Award. And our corporate sponsor is Galvez Seafood Company. Our plaque sponsor is Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen. Jaron Johnson receives the award this week. Well, tell us a little bit about what you did in the game.
I made a couple big plays to help our team get the win. On the last drive of the game, I got the first down that basically won us the game, to put the game away, put them away.
Big game this week. Tell us about it.
We just got to go out and continue doing what we did these last 5 weeks and just go out and get the win.
All right. Now we present our Defensive Player of the Week, and our corporate sponsor is Sanoma Muffler. Our plaque sponsor is Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen. Stanford Knockham receives the award this week, and Coach Lee said you've really stepped up, one of the few returning starters on the defensive side.
Yes, sir. We just try to give the younger guys what I know.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about some of the things you did in that game.
I made a few plays, a few tackles. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, good luck this week, guys. Our EA Players of the Week. We're here today at Lutcher High School to present our Player of the Week Award. And our corporate sponsor is St. James Parish Hospital. Our plaque sponsor is Lutcher Family Clinic. This week, Ivan Clark is the winner. Well, you recovered a block punt in the end zone with 6 seconds left, and that gave your team a 28-0 advantage at halftime versus Dutchtown.
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us a little bit about the game and how well it went for you.
The game, it went well. We practiced hard the whole week. We just, came out strong.
Did you expect to do that well against Dutchtown?
Yes, I practiced hard the whole week. I expect to come out with a win, with a dub.
And you're at Parkview this week, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank
All right, that's our Player of the Week from Letcher. We're here at St. James High to present our Player of the Week award. Our corporate sponsor is St. James Parish Hospital, and our plaque sponsor is St. James West Bank Clinic. Well, Brad Batiste receives the award this week. You had a nice 80-yard fumble recovery, and tell us what else you did.
I had a few tackles, good plays, a good rundown on that good running back, and I locked down the wide receiver, and that's all.
And who you playing this week?
We played Donaldson.
All right, that should be a good matchup.
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations on being named the Player of the Week.
Brubacher's Grill at 909 East Ascension Street in Gonzales, where good food and good friends come together. Offering a casual, fun atmosphere with a menu selection to satisfy the whole family. From pizzas, burgers, and po' boys to steaks, seafood, and salads with daily lunch specials and a whole lot more. Bring the whole family or meet friends on the deck. There's fun and entertainment for all. Make Brubacher's your next stop for lunch or dinner. And check out the other 5 locations in Baton Rouge. Taste the great tradition at Brubacher's Grill, where some things only get better.
A&M Heating and Air Conditioning has been locally owned and operated by Tony Arsenault since 1988. They have an honest reputation based on sound advice and great service. Call A&M Heating and Air Conditioning today for all of your service needs. Bertrand's Pharmacy has been providing personal medication counseling for over 30 years. Andy and Jeannie Bertrand, registered pharmacists, honor many prescription plans. Bertrand's is open Monday through Saturday. Phone 644-5641. Bro Welding and Industrial Supply prides themselves on same-day delivery. Customer service is our #1 priority. They deliver on time, every time. Bro Company, serving the area for over 30 years. On the web at broco.com. See Foti Financial Services for all your money needs. They have loans for any worthwhile purpose. Auto, furniture, appliance, home improvement, and vacation loans. Celebrating over 50 years of service, Foti Financial Services. Hebert Steel Incorporated, Gonzales and Baton Rouge, offers structural steel fabrication. Hebert Steel is a proud supporter of all high school sports in this area. Phone 644-5316 or 291-2144. Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We have a special guest coach this week, and that's Josh Puryear, who is the head coach at Ascension Christian. 49-35, a victory over St. Martin's. And congratulations on the win, first of all, Coach.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And good to have you back with us again. It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, it has. It's been a while. Good to be back here.
I tell you what, this coach is in his 6th year, but you have really turned things around there. I think at one point last year, I think you had been 21-7 going into the year, 7-3 last year, 3-3 this year. But you've really gotten the program on a really good, strong head. You know, the bar has been raised.
Yeah, you know, we feel like we got the program on the right track. You know, the last 2 years we've had some really good players come through our program, and you know, we lost a lot these past 2 years, and this year is kind of I wouldn't say like a reload, but you know, we got 38 kids on the roster. You know, we got 3 seniors. We got a lot of young kids, and we're growing this year. We're figuring things out. We experienced some injuries earlier on that kind of thrust some kids into some roles that they weren't really ready for, but you know, they had to get out there and play. And you know, we feel like we're better now actually with those guys that come back from injuries. And so you know, we're excited about this year and finishing this year strong and moving forward into next year as well.
I was going to bring that up. You mentioned 2 of the points I was going to make was, one is you got a very young team when you don't have very many seniors. You got senior leadership there, but a handful, less than a handful.
Correct.
And then you've got 38 players. Let me tell you, there are some position coaches in Louisiana football that has more players in their position than you got for the whole team.
Right. You know, like on a 1A level, you know, when I started this, you know, job, we had 12 on the roster, you know, and last year we played with 24 with 7-3, and we had some tough kids, you know, but you know, more kids are starting to come out and play, and we're attracting more kids. And
you got to have 2-way players.
Yeah, we got to have 2-way players. You know, we're starting to get to where some kids only go one way, you know, which is helpful. But, you know, on a 1A level, you got to be resourceful with your kids and know how to use them. And so it's a task in itself to do that, you know, and because if one kid goes down, that kid might play offense, defense, special teams, you know, so you might be losing really 3 players and it's just one kid, you know, but it makes it fun and enjoyable, and the kids learn how to play football, you know.
It's got to be tough on you at practice time, too, because you're limited at what you can do at practice without wearing those guys out.
Correct. You know, we do a lot of stuff just with helmets a lot of times. You know, we don't go a lot of full contact just to kind of save their bodies. And, you know, that's a task in itself because you kind of try to balance. You don't want to get a lot of people hurt in practice, you know, but it's something that we've kind of gotten better at over the years, and we think we do a good job of it.
There's a difference in playing with pain and playing injured. You can't play injured,
right?
But you can play with pain, and you guys have got to be able. They're going through some pain when they play on.
They do, man. You know, and we got some tough kids. You know, there's some kids that play through things, and that's what we tell them. You know, you're gonna go through things. You're gonna play some bumps and bruises. Now you can't play with something broken. You know, or it's just really hurt. You know, but our kids are tough kids, and they love playing the game of football and representing our school.
Well, you're off to I guess a good start when you have a 49-35 win. That was a district game, so you're in good shape there.
Yeah, you know, we were 42. We at halftime it was 42-7. You know, we were up, and we kind of put some younger kids in, and I didn't like the way we finished the game. We kind of lost some focus in that second half. You know, and it was homecoming week for us, and so, but it was good to get the victory.
Oh, I have a note that you're going to have Delcom coming up. I guess is it their homecoming, Delcom, or is it?
No, Delcom's coming into us.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a 2A school, and we played them last year, and we won. But they're going to be a tough team. They're going to be a hard-nosed team that runs the ball. Most of the teams that we play are hard-nosed and tough, and they run the ball. You know, just because we're smaller on the lines, and so it's going to be a task stopping them.
So, how do you work certain plays? In other words, if you've got you want a scrimmage, but then you can't hit full contact. So it's almost like flag football, and then on Friday night you got to go out there and hit. I mean,
you know, we do a lot. You know, football has changed a lot though too. You know, over the past 20, 30 years with contact. You know, I see a lot of bigger schools now. You know, while being aware of the contact they have, just with concussions and all that, you got to be aware of. You know, and so we do a lot of pad work. You know, there's all kinds of things out there now that we use to help our kids learn how to tackle the right way and learn to hit the right way. And so, yeah.
What's your background? Where did you go to school?
I actually went to Dutchtown High School. I graduated there in 2005. My family's from here. You know, I'm from this area.
So you're really right at home.
Oh yeah, I live 5 minutes down the road and 5 minutes from the high school. You know, and so we love it here. My wife's from here. You know, her family's from Sorrento, and we enjoyed it here. I think it's a great place to have a school here, Central Christian, a great place to have football.
You're a young coach, and you've been very successful at what you've been doing. But what do you take from other coaches? What do you learn when you see what other coaches are doing?
You know, on my level, you know, when I go to these coaching clinics and different things, I look for people that kind of do it different. You know, because I'll go to some things and they'll say, you know, we have this kid that's 6'4", 300 pounds in line. Well, I'm like, well, that's great. You know, well, I don't. You know, yeah. You know, and so we have to figure out ways to be resourceful and to do it differently. And, you know, I look for those coaches that do it differently, go against the grain, that have to be resourceful. And, you know, that's what I take away from us, you know, for us to get better at.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. You're off to a good start in district play, and you've had a good year last year. You've had the last 3 or 4 years have been really good for you.
Yeah, you know, and actually we got our quarterback and receiver actually lead the state in passing and receiving yards. You know, we throw the ball well. We got a lot of skilled players, and we're excited about this year and next year and the future of our program.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we'll have you back here again, maybe in the state playoff.
That'd be
really good.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more. Very special guest here today, our queen from Santa Maria High School, homecoming queen, and it's Sky LeMay. Thanks for coming, and congratulations on becoming queen. That had to be a big thrill. Yeah, I can tell right there it was a big thrill. A lot of fun. Sky, by the way, is in Special Olympics. She does horseshoe throwing, bowling, track and field events. And of course, she's also a part of the Santa Maria High cheerleading squad as well. You stay pretty busy. You do a lot of things at school. You just don't just show up and go back home, do you? That's really great, Sky. That's really super. After graduation, she plans to attend the Bridge to Independence program at Nicholls State University. And I want you to know this now. We're looking at a future star. She wants to go to Hollywood and maybe become an actress there. That would be something, huh? That's your dream. Like to do that?
I want to be a singer.
What's that?
I want to be a singer.
But you want to be a singer. That is outstanding. Outside of school, she enjoys spending time with her family, of course, and friends, and especially her dogs, Mickey, Miley, Daisy, and a little boy. Tell me about your dogs. You got 4 dogs?
Yeah. My other one passed away. Her name is Missy.
Oh.
She's old.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
It's a boy. Is my dog. Me and him, same last name.
Yeah. Well, I've got 1 dog, and that keeps me busy enough.
Yeah, me and him, same last name.
Yeah. Wow. That's really good.
I've had him a long time.
Oh, you've had him a long time?
Yes.
That is something. Well, tell me this. You've been a 4-year member of the cheerleading squad, too, so that's got to be fun to go out to the football games and cheer with big crowds and all that sort of thing. But that crown, that really that fits perfectly right there. You really look good in that. I know you're proud and happy about that. Congratulations again on becoming queen. Tell us about what happened when you found out you were queen.
And all my friends come along, Vinny, and he gave me only buy a book for me.
Uh-huh.
And my sister knows.
So they knew you were queen, huh? Well, that is great. Congratulations again. Good job. All right. That's our queen from Sanoma, Sky LeMay. Boy, it's my lucky day today. We've got another queen to talk about, a homecoming queen from East Ascension, Mariah Halima Welch. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That had to be a big thrill for you.
It was. It's been so exciting to be able to represent EA and all my fellow classmates.
Tell us about how you became queen. What's the process and what you have to go through? In other words, get nominated or whatever and voted on?
Yes, sir. So we had to fill out a packet that week, so everybody had to make their decision of if they wanted to run or not. And then we had our voting Thursday, and we found out the following Friday who made court. So we had to make like a slide of ourselves with a picture and some of our like achievements to show around school. So that was really nerve-wracking to make sure that everybody would know a little bit about me to know if they wanted to use one of their votes. And I think it was like 70 girls running, and you only got 5 votes.
Yikes.
So that was pretty scary. That was really scary, but.
That made it competitive. Now, you're a 4-year member of the soccer team, 3-year track member, a 3-year allied health member. Gosh, you're a member of all kinds of clubs. Beta, what is the COE? You're a president of that.
That's Cooperative Office Experience. So that's where I go to school for my first 2 classes, and then I work my other 2.
Oh, I see.
So that's
and
really
then,
fun.
of course, you're the secretary of the National Honor Society,
Yes,
too.
sir.
So you make very good grades, obviously, 3.8 grade average.
Yes, sir.
That's in a different stratosphere than I was in. And in her spare time, she enjoys practicing photography, being with animals, and meeting new people, which you've done today here, being on the show and everything.
I love it.
Tell us about your plans in the future. I know you want to go to Southeastern University.
Yes, sir. For a long time, I really wanted to be a veterinarian, but then I decided around last year that I would like teaching. So I want to major in teaching grades pre-K through 3, and then minor in special education.
Well, if you ever think about going back to veterinarian school, I went to Auburn. They've got a good vet school there.
I might have to check it out.
Just to throw that in as a thing. Well, you're the daughter of Samara and Patrick Welch, and I know they're very proud of you too, being homecoming queen. What will you remember most about being queen when you retire your crown?
Probably all the love that everybody's given me. It's just felt so genuine and so nice, and all the compliments, and it's great.
I was hoping she'd say it was me on this show, but
that is a good perk.
My predecessor used to ask that question, the same thing every queen, so I had to throw that one in. Well, let's see, what else can we talk about? The fact that you were EA's homecoming queen, it had to be exciting to be with an undefeated football team, too.
Oh, it's been so much fun. I'm also a yell leader, so this was the first game of the season that I sat out, and I wasn't, screaming my head off or dancing in the stadium, but it's been great. I'm so proud of the boys, and I've known so many of them since freshman year, so I'm real proud of them.
Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
That's the homecoming queen from East Ascension, Mariah Halima Welch. Homecoming queen for Dutchtown, Amelie Smith, and recent weeks in our Sports Scene magazine, we've been featuring the homecoming queens of Santa Ma, EA, Dutchtown here. And the reason I bring this one up in particular is look to my side. Look at this. We've got Amelie Smith right here with us. And congratulations on becoming queen.
Thank you.
How did that come about? What took place for you to become a queen?
I don't know. I'm pretty involved in school. I'm loud and I like to meet new people. So I guess I'm friends with all the different groups. You know, I don't really limit myself to one particular group of people. And I guess it happened.
When did you find out you were queen?
The night of the game. They don't tell us until the night of the game, and they have us so in a certain way of doing things, and then when we were at the game they just announced it and there was no drum roll, just walk to the 50-yard line. I was like, here I go.
Was it right before the game or at halftime?
No, at halftime.
At halftime.
So we all were waiting.
So you're all waiting, you don't know.
No one knows.
Until you, wow, that's like opening up and the winner is.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. All right, I've got some notes here on you, and you're the daughter of Christopher and Stacy Smith, a 3-year member of the Thespian Society, which means that you're going to probably be a movie star one day, right?
I wish, but we'll see about that.
That would be great. A 2-year member of the Beta Club and a 2-year member of the Griffins Fighting Gender Inequality. And what is that? I don't know what that is.
Well, it was our sophomore year, and me and a couple of friends, we were just talking about how we wish there was a club where we could talk about just issues that we see or things that are happening. And so we started GFGI, which is the Griffins Fighting Gender Inequality. And there's meetings. I've been very absent lately, but there's been meetings, and we just talk about what we can do to help women in domestic abuse or other when domestic abuse relationships.
It's been a hot topic here in recent.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and we talk about current events and stuff like that. It's I don't know. It's nice to have a group of people that want to talk about that kind of stuff.
You would like to thank the Dutchtown Thespian Society for her nomination, and upon graduation, you plan to attend LSU.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a lot of different places.
Oh, are you? What would you like to study?
I'd like to study, I don't know, I've been undecided, but actually this week is when I kind of figured out I kind of want to do something with social work, and I want to help kids, kind of kids who are misunderstood, I guess, just helping them with mental health or getting through school or something like that. I just want to help people. So something with the people.
And you enjoy photography, filmmaking, creating art, getting hyped on Friday nights, of course, obviously. And you've had I guess it hasn't been a great year yet. With
not
football,
really, but the EA game,
fun.
Even though we lost, it was still so fun, and we had so much fun.
Well, you had a lot of fun with being homecoming queen too. I mean,
yeah, that was fun too. I missed the girls. We had such a group of girls. Everyone on the court was a rock star. I love them. I miss all of us.
What would be your best memory of all this? That particularly the camaraderie?
I loved when we all went to Tim Babbins and took pictures. We all just had so much fun. Or I know what it was. Walking to the game from we had a luncheon, I guess, kind of thing before we went to the game in our suits and everything, and we were walking to the field, and my friend fell 4 times, on the way there, just would her ankle would just give out and she'd fall, and we're all in these fancy outfits, and we were cracking up. We were singing on the way to the field, screaming, being so obnoxious. It was so fun.
Of course, she's going to enjoy hearing this on TV and seeing it being made fun of. But
no, she was laughing about it. She was like, I have a bad ankle, what can I do? Just get back up and keep walking and fall again, get back up.
That's all you can do. Well, we want to wish you the best of luck at whatever you do in the future, and whether it's LSU or wherever you might go to school. But good luck to you, and we wish you the best. And this is something you'll be remembering for years and years to come.
Thank you for having me.
Amelie Smith, the homecoming queen from Dutchtown. The Macy Schenderwehr, the queen of the homecoming queen for Ascension Christian. I hope I pronounced your name right. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, great. She's a senior and the captain of the cheerleading team cheer team, and plays volleyball and softball, center field for the softball team. Well, tell us about the experience of becoming a homecoming queen. How did it all start? How did you become one of the people to be chosen?
Well, I'm on the cheer team, the volleyball team, and the softball team, and so a lot of the younger girls, I'm really close to them, and so I genuinely care about them and become friends with them, and I guess that just helped me a lot because I'm on a lot of teams with girls, and I just am friendly with everyone.
When did you find out you were a queen? Was it at the game itself, or
it was at the
week
football
before?
game.
It was at the game.
The
So you
football
didn't
game.
know a thing until they announced it. What, at halftime or what?
Yes, it was at halftime.
Oh, that had to
On
be
the-
an
on
exciting
the field.
moment.
Yeah, it was fun, and I got to do it with like my best friends. We were all on court, so it was fun.
That was fun. What was maybe the best memory of that moment, of that just knowing that you had won? That had to be exciting.
Probably walking on the field with my parents.
Yeah, and getting the crown. And
Yeah, that was fun. Yes.
Well, the week during, did you have to campaign, or did you have to, ask people to vote for you? I mean, how did that work?
No, we just kind of just left it alone and just let people vote for who they wanted to vote for. I mean,
What happens, happens. And
Yeah.
If it's good, it's good. If it's bad,
Yeah.
it's bad. Whatever.
Yes.
Well, that is going to be something that you'll remember from years from now. If you'll go back, and when you have children, you'll be able to tell your children, "I was homecoming queen."
yeah,
You know?
that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a lifelong thing. That's a lifelong memory and a great moment for you, no doubt about that. Playing softball and volleyball, that keeps you pretty busy.
Oh yeah, I'm nonstop like all the time. I have practice every day, games during the week, games on the weekend. So
You hit left-handed or right-handed?
right-handed.
Right-handed. Did you slap hit?
Mm-mm.
You-
I love watching slap hitters, but I can't do it. That's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. My daughter played softball, and I was a baseball player in college, and I couldn't help her. I mean, softball is an entirely different sport.
It is.
She was a pitcher, and I told her, "I can't help you. I can't help you."
You have to go somewhere else.
That's right. It's something. And volleyball, that's got to be exciting too, because you rotate around a lot with that. You got to be able to. I call it slam dunk, but I guess spiking is what you do in volleyball, right? Yeah. Well, tell us about being on a cheer squad too. It was a happy homecoming for you.
Oh yeah.
Which is good.
My
Not only because you're a queen, but because the team is doing so
Oh yeah,
well.
the cheer team, they perform like they were on the sidelines without me, and I was like, I miss cheering with them for that one game, but I'll be back this Friday, so it's okay.
That's great. Well, what happens now for you? You're a senior. Are you going to go to school? Are you going to go to work? I mean, what are your plans
I
for the
don't
future?
know yet. I'm leaning on going to cosmetology school for hair and makeup.
Oh, great.
But I don't know yet.
Yeah,
I'm undecided. So.
Yeah. Well, don't rush into it. Whatever you do, you'll have fun and enjoy whatever you do. It's an experience to be a high school senior, no doubt about that. But to be queen and to have all that and be a letterman in sports, that's got to be exciting for you too.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So, what has been your most exciting thing your senior year? What I know being queen, I'm sure, but outside of that.
Oh, this sounds pretty lame, but probably spending time in class with all my friends.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My classmates, like just being in class with them. I just love my class.
Yeah, well, you're going to miss that when you graduate for
Yeah.
sure. But you'll be coming back to homecoming and being a former queen.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Handing the
even
crown down.
more special.
Yeah.
Really makes it good. Well, I tell you, I wish I had more information to talk to you about, because it is exciting and it is fun, and we wish you the best of luck for the future, whatever you might do.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to wrap up this show. A busy one it was, wasn't it? POWs, queens, coaches, visiting coach, a lot going on. And district play is in full swing now. We've got the playoffs coming up a little bit later. We've got the big rivalry game coming up later in the year as well. So we've got a lot to look forward to here on Sports Scene Live from Colico. Glad to have you with us this week. We look forward to having you back next week as well.